Hello. So, new updates out, new fixes, new stat changes, some new abilities, as I said, new engine again, but of course, let's not forget, new problems. Woohoo. As to be expected with any game, of course. Once you fix one thing, you usually break like several more. It's just the natural cycle. But, let's go over, I guess, just mainly the things that I actually care about, as I am not in a position to be able to cover everything as, well, yeah, it's just the situation. So, where do I start? I guess, first, the entire server situation of server tick and server lag and all of that, and people teleporting around, we're past it now. This new engine has made it so that all the servers have pretty much maximum tick rate, so in other words, they're all running at usually at like maximum speed. And that's just because the new engine is, I don't know how it works. It just does it, and all the fights that I've been in now, and everyone's movement, it just looks super smooth, and it all just makes sense. To some degree. It is Path of Titans, after all, let's not forget that. So, mostly, I've actually just been playing Ramphorincus, because, hey, you know what it's like. Especially on officials, you travel around the map for an hour, only to find out that everybody is in Crater, at least with Ramphorincus. I can just run around the map a lot faster before finding out that everybody is in Crater. But yeah, let's start off with Ramphorincus, as that's pretty much just the main thing I've been playing, as I said. But let's go over some of the abilities, I guess. Yeah, so Ramph is received a common slot in its arsenal just to equip the basic bite. It still does no damage, but hey, you can catch fish and critters. Cool. Then there's obviously Bloodsucker, which that's been buffed by 4 times in terms of the amount of healing you can get from it now. It's really damn good. It's gotten Lucky Feather, which pretty much just makes you immortal to one-shots. Think about it. Please do not push your luck. If you cannot be one-shot by it, it can still kill you. So say a Conch biting you 3 times, that will still kill you. A Sarco doing a charge bite or a Rex biting you once, that will not kill you so long as you have your Lucky Feather passive up. So this being added to Ramph, you know, has made it just even more survivable than it already was, since it's the most nimble thing in the game pretty much in terms of movement. Also, is then, it just can't be one shot. It sounds great. And along with Annos in the game no longer being able to be knocked back out of Hunker, the thing you want to bring around to actually kill Annos is a Ramph, weirdly. You still have all the damage dealers around to actually attack the Annos, but you bring one Ramph there just to force them to starve a little bit faster and start moving. Hence, pulling them out of Hunker, where they take more damage. Along with the buff to its Scav Picker ability, increasing its effect duration from 5 seconds up to 20 seconds, another 4 times boost for Ramph. I love it. So, in other words, Scav Picker, once max stacks on whatever you're using it on, increases your, your target's bleed heal rate by 50%. So, think about it as pretty much just adding on 50% more bleed onto whatever you're fighting for those 20 seconds that you add it. Lovely. Which I think you can all see is gonna cause some problems for, whoever's gonna be on the receiving end of that. Even though it will still be very rare to see.
Oh, he's panicking. Yes, nice.
But let's all really be honest. The thing we're mostly going to use this for is just stealing more trophies, because hey, that's what it's good at. And with, as I said, Lucky Feather, no more one-shots. And in this case of stealing trophies, if it can one-shot you, you're safe. If it can't one-shot you, you're still safe because
yeah,
you're
meg.
that
2
mobile
megs
to
and
get
a boom.
away. This means easy trophies. Have fun with it. Anyway,
Like pet
next.
garage and stuff like that.
And now for, I'd say, the thing that was kind of the problem child of last update, Kentro. Of course, I won't have much to say about it in post-commentary here. I'm just gonna let, me when I was playing, or just having a look at it for a second, just go over it.
Oh, here we go. The change that everybody's gonna be hating. Oh, oh, look at that turn. Oh, oh no, no, no. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. So, what did they do to this? What they did is they have nerfed the subspecies, the spike subspecies. Instead of it doing, when you bite a Kentro, instead of it doing 3 times the amount of bleed that it would usually do on a normal Kentro, instead, it only does 20% more. And I can understand it. I completely get it. It was a pain in the ass. Kentros needed, they need to be knocked down a peg. Then they nerfed the bleed on the tail attack by quite a significant margin. Almost by half. I'd say it's about like 60%. They nerfed the bleed on Kentro's basic tail attack. Then they ended up nerfing the health on Kentro from 550 to 450. So what's that? Like a it hurts. Then they also nerfed the health recovery on Kentro. Yeah, we're going places here. And then, worst of all, I think the part that hurts the most for all Kentros, the turning. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's horrible. Here's me trying to do the tightest turn possible by, toggling on and off my sprint. Oh god, that is rough. And that's what I'm. The only thing I'm missing that doesn't help me with turning right here is traction, and usually I don't use traction anyway. But dear lord, that's a this is gonna be a rough time for Kentros.
So, yeah, I think we're going to be seeing a lot less Kentros now, as I still stand by the point and the thought that I think they changed too much all at once, personally. It's like they nerfed the health regen, they nerfed the spike bleed, they nerfed the spike subspecies. Did I say turning? Because that's the most notable thing that everybody's going to look at, of course. In terms of wanting it to be a defensive dino, they've kind of stripped it of its defensive capabilities. In other words, its health and health regen at least. Either way, next. Now on to, let's just say, the actual biggest problem child of last update. The one thing that you sometimes would kill someone and then 30 seconds later you would see one of these pop up. Hatzegopteryx. The Menace from across the map. In other words, usually you would kill one and then they'd show up 30 seconds later with a hats trying to get revenge.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go questing on pretty much everything just to get all the new abilities and shit.
So here I'm just going to let the present Hunya, I hate referring to myself in the third person. Yeah, I'm just gonna let me, from when I was playing, go over this.
Oh yeah, here is the one that everybody is gonna be concerned about. Hats. Oh dear lord. This is gonna be rough. Right, did they add anything new to this? No, that's all the same, that's all the same, that's all the same, that's all the same, that's all the same. Voice. Beak clack. Death croak. And shriek of horrors. Oh. Oh. What do you mean? Claps your beak and makes all ungrouped characters within a 10-meter range do an alert call. Can only be used while grounded. Okay. Lowers armor. Okay. Ah, this is to like either push someone off a corpse or defend a corpse. Okay. Reduce it. Yeah, that's a bit juicy. Right, let's have a check of the flight. Oh, there's already a body around. Okay. Okay, so normal flight. You can look at the stamina. I'm doing sprint flying right here. Now let's see what happens if I stop sprint flying. Oh dear lord, look at it. If you are not sprint flying, you are using more stamina. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, I am using peck, like the basic peck. And, well, yeah, you can't use it anymore. Right, let's see what the stamina regen's like now. Oh, it feels better. Maybe? Maybe I'm just having like a Mandela effect or something? I don't know. Yeah, so no more will you just see people, flying above you and pecking you from above and you're unable to hit them. No more of that. Basically, if it can do damage with its head, it can only be used on the ground. But, I don't know if I saw it correctly. Ah, you can still grab people while flying. Ah, so your relative speed does not matter so long as you are actually, still counted as sprint flying. Let's see what happens if I hover in place. Oh, mate, it drains. I do like these changes, but, it's just gonna make it... people are gonna just change over to the next thing that they can use to, in the nicest way possible, be a dick. And, yeah. As someone just said in the chat there, is the hats apocalypse over finally? Yes. Yes. You are not gonna see, people just flying across the map in 2 seconds after they've just died on whatever, to then just start pecking you out of the air. Instead, they're gonna have to learn something. They're gonna have to learn a new strategy, or they just won't play it, which is the most likely case, because, yeah, I think you all know what I'm trying to get at. I will say, though, this stamina change, that is rough. That is rough.
Of course, there was
Either
more
way,
changes to
next
hats,
time.
like statistical changes. Of course, they nerfed the stamina. They changed how the flight works. In other words, you lose more stamina whilst flying slower or hovering. Your normal peck does a bit more damage. Your barrage does a bit less damage, but has a shorter cooldown. So technically, more damage over time, so long as you can keep dealing damage. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. What I would suggest is going onto the Discord and checking out the announcement log. You can read all the changes. There is so much to actually read through. Mainly, this patch was more about fixing things and changing the engine. So that's kind of why this patch may seem, to some people, maybe a little lackluster, because it was more about fixing things in the whole than actual content. But either way, next. Now to talk about what I think is actually going to be this latest patch's problem child, Anno. Yeah, there's not much that they did to Anno. They fixed it. What do I mean by fix it? You can no longer use knockback to hit them out of hunker. Yeah.
Oh, Kentro. Hi. Right, let's go to that one area where I know everybody's gonna be because it's a new update and everybody wants to try out the new stuff. Wait. I want you to test. I want you to do knockback. No. Don't leave me. God, I forgot how slowly Anno eats. Oh wait, yeah. I forgot about the new animations for sitting and sleeping. Let's have a look. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's adorable. Wait, when I'm just sitting there, was my dino just shaking? Yeah, he's just like shaking his plates. Shake them plates. Those osteoderms.
And, well, whereas I cannot, show you that knockback does not work on Anno anymore because no one will test it and no one is using knockback dinos, really, I can confirm that they have not even tried to touch the AoE on Anno. It's actually silly. So now we pretty much have old Anno unable to be knocked out of hunker by anything other than a Sarco grab, and also still having the silly AoE that everyone has hated dealing with but has tolerated since they could be knocked out of hunker. There's going to be a riot, if there is not one already. So, as I said earlier in the video, if you see Annos and they're causing problems, get some damage dealers. Like, hey, people are always going to play Apexes, but always bring a ramp, just to starve them out. As soon as they start moving, your damage dealers can go in and, well, yeah, they can just deal with the Annos. And now for Sorato. I still really like Sorato. I stopped playing it because it kind of just turned into a one-button masher of, just run into whatever enemy you were fighting and just spam your Thrash ability because, hey, it did tons of damage, and most of the things that were your size would die way faster than you because you were dealing way more damage than them. Even if you were dealing damage to yourself, it was just that good that it just destroyed so many people.
The blending is
along with it having its armored tail, which they ended up fixing, thankfully. I say fixing, but more like they just rebalanced armor tail.
Yeah.
Instead of reducing damage by 90%, instead it now just reduces damage by 20%. No more Anno level defense from Sorato, Picno, Lambo, or anything else with armored tail that may come in the future. But back to talking about Thrash, they changed the cooldown from 1 second to 8 seconds on it, meaning you can no longer just run up to any creature your size, spamming this ability until they are dead like a mini Apex.
Right, let's have a look at this cooldown with Thrash. Oh, 8 seconds. Oh, this is what I wanted. No longer will I... Oh yeah, and they nerfed Armored Tail, didn't they? Just across the board. It's no longer like a 90% damage reduction. It's 25% now. Yeah, that's completely fair in my opinion. Yeah, it is a shame that we can't just go up to any, sorry to say, but asshole EO and just cheese the hell out of them. But you know, in a little bit of a justice sense, just because I hate EOs that much, I'm sad about that. But it shouldn't be that way in the first place. It just should not be able to. Yeah. Oh, I don't even care about the realism, but hey, if they could have made something fun and balanced or realistic and balanced, sure, but realism isn't balanced. Oh my god, baby Struthy! Into
And since this
not
video is kind of
clean,
lacking in
just
fights,
really
I
fucking
guess
horrible.
here's one fight. It didn't go well.
This
Hope you
mountain,
enjoy it.
like to the south. Oh, looks like a fight. Oh, they're doing a friendly call. Move along. Mate, no, that's sus as fuck. They turned around immediately and started following, looking at us. Alright, let's go down to the river then. Right, if they follow us, we attack them. We set up an ambush and attack if they follow us. Look at them! I'm watching you, motherfucker! We're not fighting yet. We're in Green Hills, though. Ah, yeah. Ah. God damn. No, not really. I'm stuck on the fucking... No, you're more likely to get out of this than me. Ah, god damn it, they're healing already. Uh, oh yeah. You can deal with any of them in the water, really. Oh. Uh, yeah, yeah, I'm just gonna run, Elite. Oh god, I'm still bleeding. Right, just don't call, please. Kuchi, if you see me. I'm just hiding. Oh, yeah, just stay in the water, mate. Don't try and fight them. You're alone. Unless they... Yeah, he's just gonna heal them. Oh, well, he has already popped it, but... Yeah, he popped her in the middle of the fight. I know that sleeping and resting on Serato is supposed to be, like, pretty loud, so it's not a good idea for me to actually try and rest and sleep. Oh, they have a sty, too. Okay. Oh, shit. I have a home cave debuff. Mate, I don't want a log. I don't want a log here. But I've literally got home cave debuff. I didn't know I was close enough to get it. And I didn't want to just run straight into the cave. Nah, if they gave us a warning, there would be people who just abuse it. If they gave us a warning for like how long how long until we get the debuff, too many people would just abuse that. What could we do? We were outnumbered and just outgunned. I'm just gonna slowly creep away from the cave. I'm super glad that I had Elite to be a good distraction there. Thank you, Elite.
So, Serato, I can say that it's still the same in general, should I say? Because you can always just go hit and run with Thrash and then maybe mix in charge bites or,
yeah,
it's practically the same. It's just been fixed for the most part. So it's not just spamming Thrash in your face every 2 seconds.
His heal.
Still a good dino. It's just that people are now going to have to learn to live without spamming Thrash.
Yeah.
And so for Lambo, I'm sorry to say that I will not be able to actually go over my thoughts with Lambo, as when I was playing it, it was... let's just say I was having a bad time with the UI for it, especially with the calls, which pretty much just limited what I could do in pretty much most of the fights. I'll have to, use it a bit more and actually try and get something usable for it before I can actually, actually give you an honest thought on it. Because right now, all I've had is just negative because, hey, it's just not working as intended for me right now. Same as a lot of other things right now with this new update, but hey, brand new update, brand new engine, brand new abilities, blah blah blah, but also brand new problems. Especially with replay mode. But yeah, I guess that's the end of the video. I'll have to come back to some of the more, exciting things like, hey, DASP is super good. I'll have to come back to Lambo. I'll have to go over the replay mode and some of its problems right now. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. And I hope you all have a lovely day. Bye.